Hey everybody, what's up? Today we're going to be reviewing the Halo 3 Mcfarlane Brute Stalker. Oh yeah. So this character is awesome. I really like him. I think his articulation is pretty cool for a McFarlane figure, but there's some things you have to be careful of. And also being McFarlane, you have to be careful of its fragileness. But anyway, let's get into the review. Let's take a look at like first impressions. I would say that first impressions from this pose and from the beginning of the on this video, I would say that already looks awesome. There are many things we can cover, such as its weapons, its armor coating, and things you can take off, things you can't, and articulation. But anyway, let's get down to it. So I have him posed in the running position right here. This is what it looks like in the front position. Looks really cool. Wow, it looks amazing. Let me zoom in for you guys. Yeah, it looks really cool. Really awesome. Really awesome. Oh yeah. And then the back portion, back posing. Got some Brute Stalker combat here. Of course, one bad thing about this guy is, or this character is, you never really see this guy in his armor in the game. He's always invisible. But anyway, let me fix his pose in front of you guys. But anyway, talking about this character here. So this is the Brute Stalker from Halo 3. This Brute goes invisible, and you fight him while it's invisible. And yes, it has this exact same armor, but you'll never see the armor, really, if they never become invisible. You most likely fight this guy always invisible, and when you destroy him, his armor pops off anyway, and you just never get to see that his cool helmet, his cool body armor that he has. But at least we do in his Mcfarlane action figure mode. Let's talk about the helmet here. The helmet is the only thing you can really pop off. There's not really much of a peg like the Elites do. And this is also an older version. I think this is around Series 1, 2, or 3. So it's pretty old. You'll notice that, like, for example, the Jetpack Brute has different hand like a hand system where it's mostly like on a turn swivel. I don't know how to say it, but this one is mostly on a ball joint, which is really good, but it can break if you're very persistent with what you want to do with it. You have to play by the rules of the Mcfarlane mold that you have, because sometimes they just don't want to be posed the way you want them to. Anyway, let's talk about details. As you can see, he's covered with an exosuit, a Brute exosuit, and then some black dark Brute armor with the Brute Stalker armor. So let's start from the foot right here. We have some skin over here. So this is his skin. And then going up, we have like this brownish metallic color, or leathery color, and then the metallic color coming from his foot armor here. And then going up, we have his spikers. Then we have his hands, bare hands with some pads on his upper hand. And then going up, we have these big wrist armor. And then we have the Brute with a beard. Yeah, this Brute has a beard. And turning around, we have this guy on the side. You can see the armor pop him off. And then, sorry about that. And then, oops. And then on the back here, we have the Brute and his leathery armor here and all this, and vice versa. Very nice figure. Okay, very good. Now let's talk about articulation. This Brute Stalker here comes with many different articulation. As you can see, we'll start from the head first. You can move the head up and down. You can rotate the head 360 degrees. Very nice. Got some head details here. We got the face detail over here. It's a very burnt face. And then with the arms, his arms can go up and down like this. Be very careful. And then you can also turn the arm around. And you can even turn this portion of the arm around, the second portion. But I don't know, mine doesn't go all the way. It depends on the mold you have. If you're lucky, it might do what you want. If you're not, I'd say not force it. And this thing, this elbow here, can go up and down. And the hand can rotate going around town. Same thing with the other side of this hand and his arms. He has a chest turning thingy, turning ball point. Put his helmet back on. Yeah. And then his foot can go like this. But there's also this portion of the foot where you can insert it all the way down here, or it's very, very weird. There's like layers and layers. I can't explain it, but you can get lots of posing originally, but again, it depends on the mold. Some of the molds, they're stuck and they're like hyper glued or something, and that's Mcfarlane for you. You can go up and down with the knees. You can even you can even turn the leg out. Oh wow! How about this part? Can you turn it? I don't know if this goes to, oh dang, it goes 360. Nice. Okay, the foot here can go up and down. Remember the running position I had? Can also go 360. Now, unfortunately, this foot can also do the same, but it can't go up and down. It's or left and right. It's stuck. Anyway, that's all for articulation. You can get him to many poses, but don't expect too much because, well, unless your mold is a very nice mold. It's like a gamble with these guys, with Mcfarlane. It has articulation inconsistency because of some assembly thing or something. I'm not sure, but anyway, we got him with those both spikers. You can see spikers here, colored in black and brown. And also for the hands, you can't just take the spikers off. You have to use a blow dryer, heat his hands up, make them soft, take it out. And then, don't worry, it's not permanent. His hands will dry back up after a while, maybe 5 minutes after it cools down. But yeah, very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. Very cool. So get some close-up view of this guy. Very good. You can get him to go pew 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 pew. Anyway, let's go to the Let's go to the size comparisons with other figures I have in mind. Back to the weapon slot here. As you can see, there's a hole over there. That's the only weapon slot we have. You can get the spiker rifle. You can plug in this peg thingy onto the weapon and then back to the to the brute. And then you can plug his helmet back in over there. And let me show you the full picture. And you got the cowboy brute. Here, cowboy. Here, cowboy. Hey, man. I'm the sheriff in town. We got a problem here. We got a problem. That's the type of stalker brute you want, man. But yeah, you can plug this in here and it can stay, except for the helmet. But that's pretty cool. Very interesting thing is the spiker for the Stalker brute is a darker color, and it's kind of bigger compared to other releases of the spiker rifle. For example, that coming from the jetpack brute or other brute variants, or even multiplayer Spartan variants, come with a more bluish type of spiker rifle. One benefit of this one is that you can get rid of this bottom portion. Like if it falls down, it's not going to break. I think this one is more likely to break, but as you can see, the this darker Stalker version is much bigger, much bigger than the regular version. Man, I cannot get a clear shot here. Yeah, there we go. Coloring wise, this is much more, this has like a brownish color here, and this is more darker in color. Here it's more blue, and this also kind of blackish blue. This one has more detail. I think I like this one better. This guy looks really good with a plasma rifle. I like to pose him with the plasma rifle because I remember in game the invisible brutes would always use the plasma rifle. And here's another angle. Look at that. That's awesome, man. This guy's menacing. Look at that back. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that chunky brute. Yeah, there. Close up zoom. Yeah. Yeah. I got that toe. Yeah. Look at that face, man. Dang, man. It's awesome, bro. Look at that plasma rifle. Anyway. Alright, everybody. Here we have the brute without his weapons. He's unarmed. He has nothing. But if you want to see him with empty hands, this is what he looks like. Looks very nice. I think in unarmed position as well. It's very cool. Oh, oops. Well, unarmed helmet position, I guess. I can tell him to say hi. Everything comes off, man. Everything's coming off. Alright. Yeah. Unarmed. Yeah. Have him T-posed. He looks really nice. We got the side here. Back here. Oh. Oh! Side here. And the front. Oh! Got a Spartan on the right. And the wart on the left. Or in other words, elite on the left. The brute is really tall. Towers over these guys. And yeah, that's how about it. That's all I have to say for these guys. Here he is with some World of Halo figures and a Star Wars figure. And he towers over these guys. Now, I'm not sure if an ODST is actually that small compared to a brute. I think that's over exaggerated. Maybe you might need a Mcfarlane ODST. I think a Mcfarlane ODST is around this size. Maybe. I think. Anyway, hope this helps. I think they scale pretty wildly. Guys, that's the review for Halo 3 Brute Mcfarlane Stalker Brute Mcfarlane figure. I think he looks awesome. And I gotta be careful when posing these Mcfarlane toys because they might just break easy. I have to clench my butt every time I pose this guy. So it's scary, but anyway, if you're just gonna make minor poses and just hang him somewhere, you can find this guy on eBay. He's around like, well, if you're lucky you can get it for 20 bucks, but most sellers sell them for 50. You can find 30 probably, hopefully. I don't know how much I got him for, but definitely not the price they released it back in 2008. Probably more than that. But anyway, this is the character, man. See you guys later. This is Pebble Boot signing off. Bye-bye.